Today was very interesting. So, I'm going to talk about psychological warfare in a setting that I wouldn't normally talk about it. But here goes. I had someone apologize to me for offending me, and they hadn't particularly offended me, So, because I was busy needing to do something else, I asked somebody else to help them to finish up doing what needed to be done for them. And one of the things that my mind immediately picked up when this person was apologizing is immediately following their supposed apology is they then made this statement that because they had offended me, that is why they were released from a situation. And I just instantaneously knew, like I know my name, I know my life, that it had nothing to do with me. And so I just very quickly ushered in somebody else to help them so I could go do what I needed to do. When I reviewed that conversation with someone in management, I was informed that this person had been, however many times, spreading a narrative that they had had a sexual interaction with me that has never happened, and if it had ever happened, I likely would have been released because I will not tolerate that. I don't carry myself like that. I don't project that sort of image to invite that kind of attention from the opposite sex. And it amazed me that this person could sit there and tell me that with a straight face, realizing that they had never spoken to me about it, and they'd still had their job after saying this to somebody about me. So that showed me that I can absolutely trust no one in this scenario, because none of them will do the right thing. And I am the only one that can do the right thing for me. I cannot rely on those that are in management to do the right thing. But I can hold them accountable for their lack of truthfulness. And of course, as I addressed it with an even higher up, the light of understanding still didn't dawn. And I share this to help you when you're faced with a similar circumstance or a similar situation. Rage and threats don't help. What does is a cool, a calm demeanor that even when angry, you don't have to raise your voice. You simply effectively communicate in a way that dispels any kind of connotation of your character that you are hyper emotional, you are unstable, and it proceeds to poke holes through the narrative that you cannot contain yourself. And really, it's not about containing yourself. It's about reflecting the real standard that's in practice back to the system that wants you to be tossed to and fro emotionally if they don't validate you, if they don't agree with you. Because true strength is not needing to be validated. It simply is. It exists in discipline, in consistency. And you can't argue with it because there's nothing that you're going to do that is going to stop it from simply rising up to the occasion to get done what needs to be done. And after that conversation, and only after, understanding dawned on someone. And so now they are doing the CYA dance. The only problem with that is that it's not going to work. Because other people that higher up management are not aware of can vouch for things. They were never asked. They were never questioned. No one ever did follow a standard protocol or operating procedure. You just thought it was funny. It was a game to create a hostile environment for someone to deal with. People like this are what I call stuck on stupid. They think if they throw words into the expanse of emotional threats and emotional judgments, that you will somehow just cater to their every whim and be who they declare you to be. When you have very clearly shown them they know nothing, they don't know you, and they will act upset that you actually outmaneuvered them, and you weren't even outmaneuvering them. You were simply just being yourself. You were reflecting back to them the bullshit that they call character and showing them the vile stench it exists within, and it carries and it holds. That within that there's no presence, no part of truth. It's only there to debase people and to get them to take a label and to situate themselves within a box. A box that this person is comfortable with, not the actuality of who you are. And then you become someone that is easily manipulated, easily controlled. And if I were that weak, and that's stupid, maybe I would care, but I don't. But you will learn. Today. How stupid you are. How dumb your actions are. How lacking in integrity you have to be to think that God didn't see, God didn't hear. But you'll learn. one way or the other.